eventually comes back to you. So you gotta be careful, baby, and look both ways before you cross my mind.
Hello, Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Welcome to your horoscope for this Gemini season. Your season, right? So let's get started. First, let's look to the skies and see what's going on with the planets. For your season is from May 21st to June 20th. And so, a sun, of course, is in Gemini. The moon will be all over the place, so we won't concentrate necessarily on that for the horoscopes. Mercury is going to be in Taurus until May 29th, which is the end of the first decan. And then it moves into Gemini, and it will remain there until June 12th, where it will move into Cancer, which is the last decan of your season, Gemini. Venus is in Cancer right now and will stay there until June 13th when it moves into Leo. Mars is in Aquarius. They'll be there for the whole entire season. The same thing with Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto. Jupiter is in Scorpio. Saturn is in Capricorn. Uranus is in Taurus. Neptune is in Pisces. And Pluto is in Capricorn. So, what does that mean for you, Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising for your season? Well, let's remember the first decan is from May 20th to May 30th. It's a cardinal decan. The second decan is from May 31st to June 9th. It's a fixed decan. And the third and final decan is from June 10th to June 20th, wrapping up with a mutable decan. So, of course, we have to ask, what is being initiated? What is being started in your life or being renewed for this season? Then we'll ask, what are the major obstacles that we should prepare for, or at least be ready to overcome during your season, Gemini? And finally, what's the overall message for you for this season so that you can come through victorious? All right, let's get started. So what's starting in your life? What's being renewed or beginning for you, Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising? Well, there's definitely something happening in the workspace. For those of you who have a boss or a supervisor or something of that nature, there definitely is going to be justice coming about, whether it's for you or for them, and it will affect you either way. For some of you, you're dealing with a Capricorn who's been very stingy and very just kind of tyrannical. They have a goal in mind. They have a structure and a way that they want things to be done, and so you kind of had to just deal with what they want and just give them what they want, basically. It's a give and take type of situation, and you're okay with it for the most part, but you understand that it is cumbersome. It is something that you want to break free from, whatever this is. Like I said, it doesn't have to necessarily be a Capricorn, but it most likely is a Capricorn person or a fatherly figure or an authority figure in your life. I'm sensing a lot of male, and that might just be because you're a masculine sign, but I feel like it is a male figure in your life who you're just having to deal with and figure out a way to kind of break free from that bondage that you're dealing with currently between you and this person. And like I said, it is a give and take, and you're just in a indecisive mode in the beginning of this season. You're very unclear about something. you know what's going on. You've been thinking about it a lot lately, and but you're not quite sure of how to go about what action to take in regards to this situation that most likely is within your family or within your job family in your work space in your workplace. Um, Either way, or it could be both. Basically, what's happening is don't worry. Tap into your mutable energy that allows you to kind of be like a those the soles that they have on the bottom of the shoes that had like gel in it, and it's supposed to absorb the shock, so that your feet and your ankles and your knees don't have to deal with it. Well, essentially, that's how you have to be in this situation. You're training yourself and you're getting into the mode where you absorb it. It does not mean that you take it on and you hold on to it forever and ever. It's pretty much one of those things, you absorb it and then you release it out so that it doesn't affect you. It's nothing to you. This type of shock, this type of situation just won't affect you the way that maybe other people would wish it would affect you in a negative way. You actually have the power to control how it will affect you. And essentially, it shouldn't, because you have that mutable quality where you can kind of like soften the impact. But you will be indecisive. You will be kind of like just unclear of what action to take initially with this within this situation. Also remember that there's definitely going to be, well, number one, it's your solar return. Okay, happy birthday. It's your solar return if you are a sun Gemini. So therefore you're going to be receiving a lot of gifts. It's going to be, of course, a lot of celebration. It's fun time. The sun is coming out. People are finally feeling warm and ready to get out and enjoy themselves. So the energy is out there that you've been waiting for. It's out there and you'll be able to experience it and really enjoy it. Everybody's going to come together who weren't initially coming together. There might have been some fractions within your family. There might have been situations in which people have just separated. And so you will end up being the cause of bringing all these factions together, bringing these people together in a way that hasn't been done in a very long time. And yeah, it's a lot of celebration, a lot of celebration for you, Gemini, for this season, as well as a few of you, quite a lot of you actually, will be receiving an inheritance. Either you've had a death in the family, and so you will be receiving an inheritance that way, or it's just simply an older person who wants to gift you with something that is extremely valuable, like extremely valuable to you, especially. So, kudos on that. Cool. Also, in taking into account Mercury, that's your planet. So you always want to look at what Mercury is doing, where it's at. And right now it's in Taurus, but it is switching into Gemini, and it's pretty much going to be in Gemini for the remainder of your season. It's in Gemini. So what does that mean for you? It means finally people will be able to understand where you're coming from. They'll be able to see your perspective. You've been kind of thinking like how you think. That's your motto, Gemini. Your motto is I think. So therefore you have been doing a lot of thinking. You have been expressing yourself, but people have not been getting you. People have it's been going over their head, and they've been just not understanding where you're coming from. And so that makes sense. Taurus, Mercury in Taurus causes Mercury kind of slow down, communication to slow down, so that we can really take in and really ponder upon what is being said, what is being, just promoted and pumped and talked about, and what's the discussion at hand, and what does it truly mean. So it does slow down things quite a bit, but as it moves into Mercury, everything speeds up, and people are finally understanding, people are finally getting it, people are finally seeing what you have been trying to say. You might have not said it in a way people could receive it, because just for various reasons. But now people are speaking your language. You know what I'm saying, Gemini? Mercury being in your sign allows people to really be able to communicate in your type of style, and you're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. It's gonna be so cool, because it's gonna allow people to finally show compassion in their words, as opposed to trying to always be on the attack, with their words. It's gonna be very lovely. Just a lot of great energy, Gemini. Like, a lot of great energy. So a lot of great things are coming your way. Whether it be better communication between you and friends and families and workplaces, whether it be justice finally being served within your workplace or within your family, whether it be you finally coming to a decision on that issue that has been causing you to feel very stuck in the rut. You will find clarity. You will be clear on what decision you're going to make, and you will move forward very wisely, okay? Because also remember, Mars is in Aquarius, so that's your brother right there. Aquarius, the sign, the air sign. Aquarius slows down Mars, but not in a way that makes Mars upset and angry, but kind of slows down Mars and say, hey, yo, we about to really do this. We about to take this action for show, for show. But before we do, let's think about this real quick. Let's make sure that we strategize. Let's make sure that we're being intelligent about our actions. This is what you've been waiting on, Gemini. This is the energy you've been waiting on. So make sure you take advantage of that energy that's rearing up in the beginning of your season, and then the rest of the season is going to be smooth sailing. All right, so let's get to the obstacles that you will be facing, so that you can prepare for them and that you can be victorious in them. So remember, all Geminis, no matter sun, moon, or rising, remember your truth. Reflect upon your experiences in life so far. Make sure that you have learned the lessons that you needed to have learned, because you will be tested. People will challenge your perspectives and your beliefs. They will challenge the way you think. And if you are strong and steadfast, and you know that what you believe in is true for you, then you will remain strong. But remain strong regardless, because I'm sure you've thought about whatever you've thought about for a very long time, and you came up with that conclusion not in a hasty manner, but you really took the time to really come to this particular conclusion. So stay strong in your truth, and remember to uphold what you value, okay? Because what you value and what you see as worthy of your time, love, affection, and just mental, just thought, whatever you have deemed worthy and valuable, it will be challenged. It will be put to the test. Also, Geminis, all Geminis, remember you have a lot of options on the table. No matter if it's job prospects, no matter if it's relationships, love relationships, friendships, whatever it is, you have a lot of opportunities on the table. But remember, the opportunities are not going to come to you. You have to go to the table and pick one up, or pick them all up for all I care. But the decision, the choice, the action is still upon you, Gemini. You can have all these options on the table, but they will be of no use to you if you don't try one. Okay? So remember that. Don't let these options get away. And opportunities. When I say options, I mean basically these are opportunities for you. Okay? And they're being given to you. They're like literally people are just handing it to you, but it's on you to take advantage of them. All right? Also, Gemini, be conscious of how you speak, be conscious of your tone, be conscious of what you rally behind and what you will fight for, okay? Be conscious of this because you want to remember to be in control of your emotions and be in control of how you approach any matter. The only person that can be controlled by you in any situation is you. Okay? You have to take responsibility over that. All right? So remember that even though Mercury is flowing into your sign, boo, and it's going to give you some extra just but sometimes that extra can make people kind of arrogant and kind of just not compassionate in what they say. So make sure that when anything arises that causes you to feel a certain type of way, make sure you do a self check. You don't have to tell anybody that you're doing it. Just simply do it within yourself. Just check yourself real quick. Make sure you're coming from um, a good place. Make sure you're truly coming from the heart and with your true intentions, because your impact of your words, I'm telling you, boo, is extra amplified during your season. Okay, it's super extra amplified. So if you want to be impactful, if you really want to make a dent in society and in somebody's way of thinking and a certain situation, it doesn't matter. You have the power, like the extra power to do that during this season, Gemini. So make sure you use your power wisely and responsibly. Also, be conscious of your decision making process. Do not put yourself in the hangman position. Do not just give up and say, you know what, I'm too afraid to make a choice or a decision, so I'm just going to just stay right here. No, don't do that to yourself, Gemini. You are wise, you are intelligent, you are smart. You know the best way intuitively. You know the best way. So make sure that you take that action, okay? Take the action. Do not be afraid to make that choice, okay? Also, this may be for only a small fraction of you guys out there, but if you are expecting a child, if you are pregnant right now, or if you are expecting a child, or you just had a newborn, create a shield of protection around yourself, mothers and fathers, okay? Or even aunties and uncles and grandmas and grandpas. I don't care. You know this person that I'm talking about. You know it. Whether it's you or it's somebody really close to you, you know this person. And they are going through something. They're having a difficult pregnancy for whatever reasons. So just embrace them with all types of love. Send all your love to them. Create a shield of protection around them. Whether you do it with crystals, whether you do it with salt, you know what's best. You'll feel intuitively, okay, this is what I should do. Some people, all they got to do is lay hands on you, and you have a shield of protection. For me, I asked my Father in heaven to send the angels to encamp about myself as well as other people, and I can see them literally. I know some of y'all like, this bitch is great. No, like literally, I can see them come down and set up camp around the people that I have told them to set up camp around. You have that power, all right? You have that power. However you do it, and create that protection around this particular person or yourself, because it is a difficult pregnancy coming. It's very difficult. There's and I feel like this childbirth, like they're gonna give birth, and it's gonna be really difficult, and it may put them close to death, but it does not mean that death will happen. It just means that you need to prepare yourself for that. Because when you could be the healthiest person on earth, the healthiest woman on earth, and it doesn't matter. Whenever you are giving birth, you are literally one thin line away from death. And it's a miracle every time a woman is able to survive a childbirth. You know, like, we don't give enough props to females. We don't give enough props to women for, oh man. Anyways, I don't have any children. I've never given birth. I've never given birth, never been pregnant. So I don't even know, but I studied enough to know that you women are freaking awesome. So if you're a lady out there and you know you're close to that time when you're going to give birth, make sure that you do what you need to do to prepare for this, because it is a major experience. Okay, it's major. And so yes, I don't want to get too much into that. Just know, do what you need to do. You know what you need to do. For you non-pregnant Geminis out there, for all y'all who's not expecting any children, just know that you're going through a very major transition in your life. This transition is the transformation that we all have to go through at some point in our lives, but for you in particular, it's a clearing. A lot of things need to be cleared out of your life in order for you to experience the abundance that God has for you. So don't hold on to what's being cleared out of your life. Like, you say you don't want to hurt anymore. You say you don't want to cry anymore. You say you don't want to struggle anymore. You say all these things. Well, guess what? Spirit hurt you. And it's coming in and it's removing. Straight up. Removing all of that for you to be able to experience the abundance and the happiness and the joy that you deserve. So stop fighting it and allow these things to happen. Allow what needs to leave you. Allow it to leave. Allow it to go. Don't hold on. You asked for it. Now let it happen. You may be tempted to stay in the house and just not be bothered with people. And that's okay. Sometimes you need to take that time for introspection and just take that time for yourself, for self-reflection. Totally cool, totally fine. But don't stay in there all summer. It's summertime. Let's get out. Let's go have fun. Let's enjoy ourselves. Let's enjoy this life. And let's live our destiny and live our purpose, right? So that might be an issue for you of wanting to stay inside the house all day. I don't see it being too big of a deal. I see you conquering that issue very easily, Gemini. A lot of you guys are going to be facing a legal battles in court, legal cases, a lot of dealing with legal shit. Okay, there's so many different ways and shapes and forms that this could play out. I see, and I'm just saying that because of what's happening in your 8th house, as well as what's happening in your 7th house, and for you Geminis. So there is going to be some things popping up. It is what it is. You probably have already been dealing with it. It's just really going to come to a head during your season, or come to light during your season, Gemini. Just know that you will be victorious. Justice will be served. If you were doing right, if you were being truthful, honest, and upholding your integrity, and you did nothing wrong, trust me, justice will be served. Maybe not in the way that you thought it was going to be, but it's definitely going to happen. And those who were the true the I can't speak right now. Those people who were the people who actually did the crime, the people who actually wronged you, they all their actions will come to light, and you will be resolved of your of the allegations that's put on you. So just continue to be strong, continue to have faith, continue to um stand in your truth and uphold your integrity, and you will receive um the justice that is due to you. Okay, but if you was out there doing some wild stuff and not acting, cool, and if you was out there wilding out, then like I said, justice is not, it has no respecter of men. Okay, it don't care about your feelings. It only wants to uphold um the right, the righteous. It's just like this. If I do something wrong, I can't be mad at spirit for giving me my due punishment. It just is what it is. If you did something wrong, you might not get punished today, but you gonna get punished. Okay? There's a saying for Eshu, because he's a messenger, the messenger of the gods. Eshu, Leba, Papa Leba, whichever name you call him, and his energy, when he comes in, he don't care. He might really like you. Y'all might have had some great drinking and smoking parties, smoking on a good old pipe of tobacco, and has you some good old I don't know, rum, whiskey, whatever you drink with your spirit guides and what have you. But if you was out there wilding and you need to have retribution paid to yourself or to someone else, trust and believe it will be paid. I'm sorry. Not sorry. It is what it is. So yeah, that is what it is. A lot of you guys are gonna be reuniting with some lovers. There's gonna be some proposals happening, some marriage proposals. For sure, for sure. Like I said, I was looking at your 7th and your 8th house of what's going on in there. So not only legally, as far as like maybe lawsuits or court cases, whatever have you, it also could mean that you might be going to the courthouse to get them marriage papers signed, that marriage license signed. If that's your thing, if that is your thing, it's coming your way, boo. Just a lot of love, a lot of love, a lot of love. I mean, it is summer, so of course you're gonna be traveling and moving places. So I don't feel like it's gonna be a big obstacle. It may be something that may throw a wrench in your plans for travel, possibly. Yeah, it is what it is. Yeah, whatever's going on at work, because like I said, this Capricorn keeps popping up. So whatever is going on at work, whatever you're dealing with the authority figures in your life, stay strong, keep holding on. Make sure that you are decisive. Okay, you're not indecisive in your choices, but be very clear in your choices so that you make the right decisions, and don't come off as wishy-washy, as sometimes Geminis do come off that way. It's not because you guys are wishy-washy, it's just that you weigh your options in a way that's very different from a Libra. How a Libra weighs their options, they want to always find the center ground and kind of like ride the fence. Whereas Geminis, they don't necessarily ride the fence. They actually have a side that they more lean towards. They just want to be fair, and they just want to be objective. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever. You're Gemini. You already know what's up. You know you don't be riding the fence. But if you do find yourself appearing to others to be riding the fence, then make sure you make it clear of where you stand. Simply put. Because yeah, that Capricorn is really It's got me feeling a certain type of way. So just be strong, Gemini. Be strong, my loves. What else did I want to tell y'all as far as obstacles to be aware of? Yeah, I ain't got nothing else. Y'all just have a beautiful solar return. Have a beautiful Gemini season. It's your season. Hey, I'm so happy. I have a niece and a nephew who were both born in the Gemini season, the first week of June. So I have a special love for my Geminis. And it's super cool because my niece, she's of course a Gemini sun, but her moon is in Aquarius. So of course, me being auntie and the Aquarius auntie, I'm all yay! She's got my moon. We both got the same moon. And then my nephew, he's a Gemini sun, of course, but his moon is in Virgo. And my brother is a Virgo. So it's just super cool how we connect. We all four connect, but we just connect in a certain type of way. It's beyond just the auntie, uncle, niece and nephew type of love and just, connection. It's just like a mind connection, a soul connection that just is super cool. So I love y'all Geminis. I know sometimes y'all do not like me because sometimes I be like, look, y'all just need to say what you want to say. Let it be known how you feel and stop riding that fence. I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes I'll be talking to y'all like that. But y'all still my air sign brothers, and I love y'all. And I say that not to say that if you're a female, I look at you as a guy. No, that's not what I'm saying. Aquarius is a masculine sign. So is Gemini. Masculine signs. That's why I say my brothers. So, anyways, whatever. Love y'all, love y'all, love y'all. Have a beautiful season. And just remember that even though it might seem stormy and the rain is out with the clouds, remember the sun will come out. All right. Peace. Until next time, keep trailblazing on.